Academy films
Right.
and Ralph Garman.
Okay. Sounds good.
Just before lockdown, they were going to do Lava Lantula 2
Right.
with Ted Raimi.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, and then they basically cancelled that. I'm really gutted about that.
God damn you, coronavirus!
We need to explain something as well.
Right.
For anybody who's going to watch the Evil Dead films, there is a part of Evil Dead 2 that may not make sense. Mm-hmm. It is commonly known as the recap.
Yes.
It's not a re-imaging, it's a recap.
That's right, yeah.
So it's basically the first half an hour, I think it is.
I think it's slightly less than that, you know.
Is it slightly less?
Yeah.
And there's added bits, like for instance, so at the end of Evil Dead, the camera, which is also the demon, goes through and attacks Ash.
Yeah, the final scene is him screaming.
Yeah, exactly. And basically, there's the first 15 minutes or so of Evil Dead 2 is kind of explaining what happened. And there's a scene where it got into my hand and went bad. Things like that. Basically, it's just a bit of a recap. Okay?
Yeah.
Stick with it. Don't call it a remake of the first one. It's just catching everybody up because it was a different studio who made Evil Dead 2 to Evil Dead 1. Evil Dead 1 wasn't a massive hit.
No.
So, yeah.
It just summarises what the basic events of the first film are, and then carries on. And the same sort of thing happens in the Army of Darkness. So
Yeah. Right. Have you got a favourite scene?
Oh, I have. Can I have two?
Go on then.
So my two favourite scenes, the first one comes from Army of Darkness, and that is the first encounter with Evil Ash. So when he splits off from Good Ash, and, you know, they just have this really, really funny exchange. I'm not going to say any of the lines, because we're not doing favourite lines, but...
I have a random fact that isn't on my fact about that.
Oh, go on.
So in the French language of that scene, the little goody two-shoes, there isn't a French word for goody.
Oh.
So they call him Little Sainty.
Little Sainty.
Yeah, which isn't a word.
Well, it is in French, apparently.
Yeah, so there you go. Little Sainty Good Shoes.
Nice.
Go on then.
So that is my first favourite scene. It makes me laugh very much. And my other favourite scene, which I'm hoping it might clash with your favourite scene, but it's in Evil Dead 2.
Yes.
And it's the laughing cabin.
Oh, you son of a... That is... Okay, that's my favourite scene.
Hey, Matt, what's your favourite scene?
Yeah. Okay, I call it the madness of Evil Dead 2.
Oh, well, that's a much better description.
Thank you. Basically, it's the scene where the lamp goes up and down and Ash is moving in time with it and stops and laughs and the deer's head, the book's flying out.
So all the inanimate objects have started laughing with Ash. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be scary to a degree, but it's really actually
not.
Hilarious.
It's very infectious laughter.
Yes. What's your favourite line?
So again, it comes from Evil Dead 2.
Oh, right, okay.
And this is kind of as madness is setting in, I guess.
Okay.
He's looking in the mirror and Ash says, I'm fine. I'm fine. And then suddenly, Mirror Ash pops out and says, I don't think so. We just cut up our girlfriend with a chainsaw. Does that sound fine? There you go.
That's good. And also, that was a good dramatic reenactment.
Did you like it? I
did.
really put my all into that.
I wish you people had been able to see that. In fact, let's do an Instagram live video and do that.
Just me acting out scenes from these films.
Okay, let's do an Instagram live where you reenact Evil Dead 2.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
All right.
It'd be amazing. We'll call Bruce Campbell. I'm sure he's free.
What's your favourite line?
Right, okay, so you could go for the obvious of this is my boomstick, or what, just, you're supposed to say it, groovy, you know? Mine is one which I really, really do use on a daily basis.
You do, yeah, it's true.
And that's the scene where they're just getting ready to battle with the Deadites, and one of the Deadites is pulling a fairly
Scantily clad lady.
And quite unclothed woman.
A buxom lass.
Yes. And the skeleton turns around and says, "Got plans for you, girly girl." Mm-hmm. I use that line all the time, and I think it's hilarious. Anytime I hear that line, I have to rewind it a few times.
It's just...
"Got plans for you, girly girl."
It's what is excellent about Army of Darkness is it has lots of little moments like that you know...
There's a sight for sore bones.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so great.
All the background chatter in the Army of Darkness is hilarious.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you definitely have to listen up.
Yeah. Right, just real quick. I'm going to say that I love these films.
Oh, yes.
I am going to come on to facts in just a second. I strongly recommend that people watch all three of them, one after the other.
Absolutely, yeah.
It was so much fun.
It really was, wasn't it?
And I think a grand total running time of not even 4 hours.
No, they're very short.
You know, they are. I adore the second one. I absolutely adore the third one.
But still, give some time and some love to the first one.
I will do. Let's do some facts.
Yeah, we've got a bumper crop of facts.
We are going to do 6 facts from each film.
All right, I'm settling in. I get
okay.
to shut up and listen now.
Right. At the end of principal shooting in Tennessee, the crew put together a little time capsule package and buried it inside the fireplace of the cabin as a memento of the production to whoever found it. The cabin has since been destroyed and only the fireplace is still intact.
Ah.
In an interview, Betsy Baker, who plays Linda, by the way, the people who play Linda, because there's 3 different Lindas, is Betsy Baker, Denise Bixler,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, and Bridget Fonda. I love Bridget Fonda.
She's the briefest Linda, though.
Yeah, she's so beautiful. I love
she
her.
Is.
An interview with Betsy Baker said that when she learned that the producers were interested in having her star in a horror film, she was so suspicious she would only meet them in a public restaurant.
Ooh.
The cabin used in the film set was also lodging for 13 crew members.
Bloody hell.
With several people sleeping in the same room. Living conditions were terrible, the crew frequently argued, and the cabin didn't have any plumbing, so the actors went days without showering and fell ill frequently in the freezing weather. By the end of the production, they were burning furniture to stay warm.
Wow.
The cabin is located in a forest outside of a small town of Morristown, Tennessee. In Bruce Campbell's biography, he says that it was later burned down. No one knows for sure what happened. Sam Raimi says that it was burnt down himself after filming. Bruce Campbell twisted his ankle on a route while running down a steep hill, and Sam Raimi and Rob Tabbitt decided to tease him by poking his injury with sticks, thus causing Campbell to have an obvious limp in some scenes. By the way, Sam Raimi is very well known for causing injuries and pains to his cast. For instance, there's a scene in Spider-Man 2 where Peter Parker is walking along, drops a load of books, and gets hit by a bag. The person who hits him with a bag is Sam Raimi. Director Sam Raimi and Star were friends in high school, where they made many Super 8 films together. They would often collaborate with Sam's brother, Ted. Campbell became the actor of the group, as he was the only one the girls wanted to look at.
I get that.
On to Evil Dead 2. Rosebud. No, I'm not talking Citizen Kane. The supposed film production company, it comes up at the start of the film, was not a real company. Producer Dino De Laurentiis was forbidden to release an unrated movie through his own company, so Rosebud was created specifically for the purpose of releasing Evil Dead 2. Most of the film was shot and set built inside a gymnasium of J.R. Fagan Junior High School in Wadesboro, North Carolina, because the cabin had been destroyed.
Of course.
A visual pun, one of the books that can be seen when the hand is trapped underneath the bucket, having been removed from Ash's arm, and it's evil.
Yeah.
You know. The book that is put at the top is Ernest Hemingway's A Farewell to Arms.
Literary jokes.
The tape recorder was one of the few things left from the original film. A glove belonging to a Nightmare on Elm Street's Freddy Krueger character can be seen hanging above the door of the tool shed when Ash carves his girlfriend's head with a chainsaw. There you go. The sounds of evil travelling through the forest were a combination of Sam Raimi's voice and audio samples of Orson Welles. Rosebud connection. So technically, this would be Orson Welles' last film.
Well, I never.
Not Transformers. Now, Army of Darkness. The Oldsmobile. Sam Raimi uses an Oldsmobile in a lot of his films. This is included in most of his early films, each time more banged up than the last. The items in the trunk of the Olds were not product placements. They were actually just what Sam Raimi had. He had a copy of Evil Dead Fangoria in his trunk. And he was like, okay, yeah, why not?
Amazing.
And a bottle of Coke. Cameo, Ted Raimi. Hey. He's in this as at least 4 characters. The cowardly warrior who doesn't want to die, credited. The man who shouts, you can count on my steel. The swordsman with an eye patch, and the S-Mart store clerk. During filming of the climactic sword fight in Arthur's Castle, Bruce Campbell suffered a small gash on his face with a decorative pin on his cape, cut him just underneath his chin. He was immediately taken to the Polsa Rosa Ranch location to see a plastic surgeon to assess his damage. At the examination, the doctor had to have the actual injury pointed out, as there were so many cuts and gashes on Bruce Campbell that he didn't know which one was real and which wasn't. This is the first and last studio film Bruce Campbell starred in as a lead.
Oh my.
S-Mart is a chain grocery store in Mexico. This is released, and by the way, this is my final one. Thank you very all for listening. This was released in Japan, known as Captain Supermarket. Thank you.
Amazing.
Shall we have some links?
Yes, please.
This is our longest episode, by the way.
I know.
This is. I'm shattered. I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sick of talking. So, you can email us at fullmoviepodcast@gmail.com. If you would like to tweet us, we are at fullmoviepoduk. I don't know, something new. And on Instagram, we are at fullmoviepodcast.
I just want to say a massive thank you to Dan again for being absolutely wonderful, Emma for being amazing, Kev for being fantastic, Jerry and Lacey for being awesome, Glenn, Mark, Kate, other people we know, Mum and Dad.
Yeah, and thank you to my brothers Saul and Dylan for being really
they are massive deadheads
into these films.
Big up Saul and Dylan.
And making me obsessed and want to watch them too.
Cool. This coming Monday, because we're having a little bit of a break, we will be doing the 1991 film Drop Dead Fred.
Hooray!
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
So, tune in on Monday. Hope everyone has a great time, and toodles.
Groovy.
I wanted to say it. I'm going to say it. Groovy.
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 You groovy.
You groovy. I'm groovy.
We're all groovy.
Bye.
Bye.